Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the second half of my 1,300 kilometers trip from Matatiele to Cape Town. So after making the decision to reroute from my original plan of going via Richmond, I had to eat a bit of a humble pie and head towards Graaff-Reinet instead. I was honestly annoyed. Hi everyone. I've just passed Graaff-Reinet towards Aberdeen, 20 kilometers to Aberdeen. And I didn't stop in Graaff-Reinet. I'm just stopping now to stretch. My next stop will be Beaufort West. I'll fill up there and I'll decide if I'm sleeping or I'm continuing. I'm, gravitating towards continuing. So circumstances forced me to ride through Graaff-Reinet against my will. But at least this time around, I was a law-abiding citizen. My everything was in order. Yet somehow, I still owe them the 1,000 rand that they fined me last time. So here is the story. From Middleburg, I got on the N9 and traffic coming from the opposite direction was really heavy. But thankfully my side was still clear. So I rode through absolutely beautiful mountain passes and once again, my camera was dead. Even on my previous trip when I was going to Queenstown, I missed recording these landscapes because once again, my camera was off. Good thing is I'm refusing to be defeated. I'm gonna go on that road again and make sure that my camera is fully charged and I'm able to capture those beautiful landscapes. Back to the trip. So passing through Graaff-Reinet itself was okay. Not too busy. I thought about stopping for fuel, but I still had petrol and my bike's range suggested I'd make it to Beaufort West. So I decided to push on. As I rode out of town, I passed the exact same spot where police were issuing someone else a ticket. Not me this time around. I survived. About 30 kilometers after Graaff-Reinet, I stopped to stretch my legs. From Middleburg, I hadn't stopped at all, and I knew the long stretch to Beaufort West was going to test me. Then I had to stop again because I had forgotten to close my leg bag, and it was irritating and hurting me at the same time. Riders' problems. And once I finally got on again, I settled into a normal pace. I was excited, but that excitement didn't last long. I noticed that my fuel range was dropping faster than my confidence. When the road sign said 140 kilometers to Beaufort West, my fuel range suggested that I still have 155 kilometers to go. At first, the difference was about 20 kilometers, then 15 kilometers, then 10 kilometers. And when it dropped to 5 kilometers, that's when reality hit me. I realized that if I don't drop my speed drastically, I won't make it to Beaufort West. The road was open. I was in the mood to open the throttle, but I couldn't. I felt like I was riding in slow motion, watching the range count down kilometers by kilometers. Somehow I made it to Beaufort West. By then, it was around 7 p.m. and I had already decided that I would continue riding to Cape Town. My club, Kasi Riders, called to ask if I was stopping or pushing through. I told them I was continuing. Well, that was the worst decision ever. But knowing that I was going to meet my club members kept me going. My decision not to sleep in Beaufort West was very immature and very dululu, because in my mind, Beaufort West was like Cape Town already. That is very wrong. It is very wrong because those two towns are still 450 kilometers apart. Nonetheless, my delulu self convinced myself that my body had finally adjusted to the ride. Wrong again. So I left Beaufort West thinking I'd open the throttle the same way that I did after I left Graaff-Reinet. That lasted for 20 kilometers. After that, no matter how hard I tried, my speed said stubbornly, at 90 kilometers per hour to 95 kilometers per hour. And then it hit me that not sleeping in Beaufort West was a bad idea. The club is coming to meet me. The club is coming to meet me in Toes River. They will be there at 8:30. I'm probably going to be there by 8:30. Unfortunately, I had to ride very slow because the petrol. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. I can't tell Graaff-Reinet. I can't tell I can't tell for Middlebank. So I had to ride very slow. I'm gonna. I'm gonna call it scooter. Yeah, Baba. Scooter, Baba. Yeah, Baba. Oh, no. I just told her no. It was just an option. And I'll be a bit faster now because I'm doing petrol. Okay. Alright, so I'm born again the next 2-3 hours. Alright. Mall. As I was leaving Beaufort West, the sun was setting directly into my eyes, piercing painfully. Visibility was terrible, and I had no choice but to slow down drastically. Once it got dark, my speed dropped even more. Cars were pushing me towards the yellow line. It was rough. It was dangerous and exhausting. By the time I reached Lanesburg, I was finished. It was past 9. If the club wasn't riding in to fetch me, I would have made a plan to sleep right there. I had already covered just over 1,000 kilometers with more than 250 still to go to Cape Town. The club was waiting for me in Toes River, about 80 kilometers away. Knowing they were there kept me going. Kasi riders really makes me happy. If I was choosing a club again, I'd still choose them. When I finally met the club in Toes River, they were genuinely happy to see me, and I was over the moon. However, when I got there, I was expecting 2 GSs and 2 superbikes, but to my surprise, there was 2 R1s and 2 Kawasaki's. Both bikes were identical. Riding back to Cape Town, I was positioned in the middle and we rode through the Du Toitskloof Pass. That's when something unexpected happened. I fell in love with riding at night. The final stretch with the club was the only time in this entire trip where I truly enjoyed the ride. Maybe it was because I knew I was safe. Maybe it was the brotherhood. Maybe it was both.
Not the bus.
So I'm intimidated. Hi everybody. The baby is safe at home. The baby. I haven't unpacked because no, I'm not even planning to unpack anytime soon. I haven't unpacked. She's the little sister. Hello. This one is actually bigger than this. This is bigger. This is like a 1000 cc. This is a 750 cc. So yeah, I haven't unpacked. When I was in the Middelburg, it was so hot. I think it was 33 degrees. I took this on, and I never took it on. Even when I was riding at night, it was still hot. So the baby is home. I actually traveled.